What's the name of that stuff they make styrofoam cups out of?
Styrofoam.
Yeah, it is. Well, that has CFFFCFs in it.
Are you sure? I thought that was the plastic hamburger box that had flarbocoolins in it.
No, it's the hamburgers.
Are the French fries okay? Are the French fries okay, Uncle Red?
Yeah, they are, Harold. In fact, I think if you eat enough French fries, you actually produce ozone.
Are you sure?
Remember the smell from the hairdryer?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think we could retitle this segment, Kids Don't Try This at Home. Bill brought us, as you can see, a snowblower, and you know, it's something that's a valuable part of our equipment list up here at the lodge, but it is a piece of heavy equipment, and you should respect it. The snow goes in there. Bill's giving you the demo here, and it comes out here. You know, I mean, that's clever, isn't it? I mean, what else would you assume? And never put your hands anywhere. Well, like what I'm doing. Never do that. All right, for starters. Speaking of starters, Bill's having a little problem there. Mr. Expert doesn't know you got to turn the thing on first. Yeah, I'll drink to that, Bill. Anyway, up she goes, and we just wanted to show you, actually Bill has some interesting ideas how you can adapt a snowblower to, you know, really help you as a tool. And it is kind of interesting. I think it's just unfortunate that we picked Garbage Day as the day to try and do this, and maybe if Bill was paying a little more attention, that wouldn't have hurt either, you know. But, you know, they are a powerful machine. I got a hint of what we'd had for dinner the last couple of weeks at the line. I think that pork was undercooked. But on we go anyway. What Bill really wanted to show you here was, this is something kind of interesting that he thought up. I didn't completely understand it at first because I just saw him tying the rope onto the snowblower, and I really was a little bit, well, you can see there, yeah. And he tied the other end of the rope to a tree. And you know what he's got in mind here is, I think this is something that he may have seen in a cartoon, you know, which he goes to regularly. And the idea is you start the snowblower up, and it winds around the tree, you see, and it clears the whole area without you actually having to do any work. So you'd think that, well, Bill's a bit of a slow learner, you know, with this. There we go. All right. So anyway, he gets her going, and the wheels are turning there around, and we engage the thrower, and then, now what happens is she's supposed to be winding around the tree, and of course, every time it goes around, the rope winds around the tree and brings it in a little bit closer, you see. Now our problem was the knot was just slipping around the tree, so what was happening was the snowblower wasn't coming any closer, just going over and over the same circle. So Bill figured if he gave it a tug and tied the knot a little tighter, and I guess I should have paid more attention to what was happening. He kind of turned it, and it kind of was, well, you can see, well, now this is real dangerous, I think. Now, maybe it's just me, you know. Oh, Bill, that's Bill's underwear. I don't know it. Oh, that snow he's wearing there. What some guys will do to increase their sperm count.
It is winter. The joints stiffen as the cold sets in. The north wind blows ice pellets into your eyes. You wonder at its brutality and pointlessness. Then your mind turns to hockey.
This is a point in the show where we give Harold a chance to say what's on his mind. Now we got to do something to kill the time. Go ahead.
Okay. Bullies, okay? All right, well, you know who I'm talking about. Those people who beat you up on the way to school and the supermarket and church. Well, I don't think anybody has the right to use physical violence on another human being. Well, all right, unless, of course, like you're Batman or the police or something, then it's okay. And I don't mind being attacked verbally. That's okay. You know, I'm getting used to that. But I got a Walkman, so I don't even notice much anymore. But when it resorts to fists, I just have to stop and say, enough. But usually that doesn't help either. You know, okay, all right, yes. When I get punched by some moron, I can resort to, like, immature tactics as well. Like punch him back or something. Or I could be mature about it and crumble into a moaning heap. And then I go home and I plot against them, like ordering 80 pizzas to their house. So you have to do that. You gotta use your brains, or otherwise you've sunk to their level. And they're gonna win, because they got huge ham-shaped fists. But those hands are no match for this. Head lice.
We have lots more coming up for you, not just the haircutting story.
Oh, thank God.
We're up here at Jimmy McVeigh's house. Jimmy's not home from work yet. I guess they had a heavy day at the post office. We're going to come up here and see how Jimmy's doing with this old wooden boat he's fixing up. Oh, here comes Jimmy now. How'd you go today, Jim?
Oh, jeez, what a bloody day.
What happened?
The bloody bag weighs tons. Can you imagine all the bloody letters that they have us taking around this country?
Well, yeah, but Jim, you're a letter carrier, you know.
That's not the letters, you know. It's the magazines. The damn magazines must weigh 60 pounds.
Okay.
I mean, can you imagine swinging a bag like that on your shoulder while you're climbing a fence with a pit bull tearing the arse of your trousers? That is what I call stress in the workplace.
Absolutely. Jim, don't worry about that now. You can think about your boat.
Oh, my God, Red, you're right. Look at that. Isn't she a beauty?
Well, she will be someday, maybe.
I mean, look at the rings.
Yeah.
Look at the craftsmanship.
Yeah.
I can nearly smell the sea, can't you?
Yeah, it's more like a big mushroom, really, Jim.
She's absolutely beautiful. You'll never see a fiberglass boat looking like that, will you?
No, that's for sure. How long have you been working on her, Jim?
Well, you know, not that long.
No.
About 6.5 years or so. Man, yeah, I do take a weekend off once a year.
Yeah.
Just to go to the boat show.
And then, of course, you got to spend time with the missus.
No, I do not.
Oh?
No, she's bloody well gone.
Oh, my
She's
God.
away. She's left.
She did left you?
She did. She's done a bunk. That was a surprise to me,
No
too.
kidding.
I went into the house there just to
Yeah.
get a coat hanger, you know, to
Yeah.
make a hose clamp for the engine.
Yeah.
And to my amazement, I noticed all her clothes were gone. No, for nothing. Now, there is what you call loving support, isn't it?
Well, I think you're kind of to blame, too, Jim. I mean, you've got to spend some time with the little lady, you know.
It's not like I didn't spend some time with her.
Oh.
Man, dear.
Yeah.
I mean, I had her up in that boat once to help me lift the engine out.
Oh, yeah.
She was bloody useless.
Well, it's too bad anyway, you know.
It is.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is. It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have had that boat in the bloody water by now.
Well, the haircutting adventure kind of eventually worked itself out. He got a little bit better at it anyway. I mean, the injury rate certainly went down when he stopped doing the sides and the back and just concentrated on doing the tops of the heads. Probably the worst job Moose did was when he cut his own hair. You know, he set up a bunch of mirrors and he had the razor and some barbecue tongs there. You know, I never knew that Moose's scalp was pink. But we learned something, though. You know, we learned that everything has its place. Mine is here, Harold's is over there, and Moose's barber kits is at the bottom of the lake. So anyway, my wife is watching. I'll be coming straight home, and I'm fine, but I'll be wearing my hat for the next 6 weeks or so. Anyway, thanks for watching the show, and on behalf of myself and Harold and the whole gang here at the lodge, keep your stick on the ice.